In 2024, I'm going to be on the fast track. That means that my train is going really fast and building momentum, right? 2024 is fast track. Whatever I'm doing. In Toastmasters, my fast track has been Speechcraft. It's a game changer. Today I did the last of 4 sessions. This morning at 10 a.m. I concluded my Speechcraft sessions. And just like we are comrades in our club, I've gained 6 or 7 new comrades. And we just built that connection over the last 4 weeks. And although it's the busiest time of the year, December, right? I've got 3 kids, a dog, a husband. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do Speechcraft, but I had the opportunity and I couldn't pass it up. I just couldn't pass it up. And so the last 4 weeks have been a little bit challenging because, you can get everybody fed and take the dog out at, 6 or 7 a.m. But when the Speechcraft session starts at 8 a.m., wouldn't you know, Coco lets me know she's got to go out. And then I have to hand off that responsibility to someone else. And they usually go, I don't wanna. Or they huff and puff and say, fine. But I got my Speechcraft sessions done. And what an impact it has had on me. It's made me a better listener. It's made me, I'll let you guys be the judge if I'm a better speaker, but I know that I am a better speaker after going through this course. I'm more confident in just speaking on the fly. Whereas when I started and up until November of this year, Table Topics I always didn't do well at Table Topics. That was my assessment of me doing Table Topics. I always kind of bombed Table Topics, but I viewed it as that was my stepping stone to be able to deliver better speeches. And most of my speeches haven't been that great, but I'm learning. It's a process. And that's the difference between the last 14 months at the club level with you in person. It's been a great experience. Speechcraft has been equally as great. In the last 4 weeks, I've gained almost as much knowledge doing Speechcraft as I did in the last 14 months. So look at the difference. It was an 8-hour commitment, but it saved me time because now I'm realizing that no matter what club I go to within Toastmasters, whether it's whether I Zoom in and I'm on Zoom, or whether I go in person, like let's say to the Cranberry High Noon Club, the Butler Early Birds. When I go to those clubs in person, I do get a different experience than on Zoom. But again, I love our in-person club experience, and I've learned so much from each of you with your evaluations of my speeches, from just hearing you guys deliver speeches. I hear things that I like, and I write those things down, or I make a mental note, and then I keep it in my back pocket so that when I deliver a speech, maybe I can put my own spin on a technique that you used. And so I'm again encouraging you guys to put in the 8 hours. If you're even thinking about it, put in the 8 hours so then you can learn to write a speech in 5 minutes, an impactful speech. And you've had 4 weeks to practice that. And then you become more confident. It's kind of like you put in the time now so that you can do better or be more efficient. So you can be more efficient going forward. And that's really what it's about. It's like put in the time now so that you can be more efficient later, or just say how you don't have the time. None of us have the time. Time is our most valuable asset. It is more important in my life than money. Because anytime I squander my time, I can never get that back. You can always get more money. You can always make more. You can always do something to monetize something, right? But time, we can't get that back. And so that leads me to my motto for 2024 is being on the fast track. You know, just chugging along, getting that momentum up and going faster, faster, faster in everything that I do. And the reason for that is that I live right across the street from a funeral home. And as I see cars parked along the streets, and I see some funerals have a lot more people paying respects than others. There was one in particular where we had about 150 bikers parked right in front of my house. And they were paying respects to a gentleman who was a veteran. He was a biker. He clearly made a huge impact on our community, on his community. And I still get goosebumps thinking about it because it was very noisy with all the bikers just, parking here, and there were cigarette butts all over. And I don't have anything against people who smoke, to each their own, but there were cigarette butts everywhere because it was hours upon hours that they were parked there to pay their respects and to visit with each other and grieve together. So life is precious. We've got one shot, and this is it. What are you going to do with your time? And what are you going to do with your 2024? Food for thought. Cheers.